Ricky Gervais surprises viewers with candid comment on UK politics. Keir Starmer responds. In a moment that caught many viewers off guard, comedian and actor Ricky Gervais made headlines after offering an unusually candid take on the current state of UK politics during a recent appearance on a live broadcast. Known for his sharp wit and unfiltered commentary, Gervais didn't hold back when asked about the political climate in Britain, particularly regarding the leadership of Prime Minister Rishi Sunak and Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer. What unfolded next wasn't your typical celebrity soundbite. Rather than playing it safe, Gervais gave a surprisingly measured yet piercing reflection on what he sees as the deepening disconnect between political figures and the public they serve. And while it wasn't a targeted criticism or a scandalous jab, his words struck a chord, prompting a notable response from Keir Starmer himself. During a panel discussion on a popular current affairs program, the conversation turned to the upcoming general election and the challenges facing UK leadership. Gervais, who has often described himself as politically independent, said, "What gets me isn't just who's in charge, it's how distant they all feel. People want leaders who talk like humans, not like rehearsed PR scripts. Whether it's Sunak or Starmer, half the country doesn't feel heard anymore." This kind of comment isn't new territory for Gervais, whose public persona thrives on cutting through social niceties. But his remark about both major party leaders and not singling out just one side added a layer of sincerity that resonated beyond typical political banter. Rather than cracking a joke at someone's expense, Gervais seemed to be voicing a broader concern, a growing sense of political fatigue among ordinary voters. Interestingly, Starmer was made aware of Gervais's remarks shortly after the broadcast and offered a composed reply during a subsequent media appearance. "I think Ricky Gervais speaks for a lot of people who feel politicians are out of touch," Starmer said. "That's exactly why I've been focused on rebuilding trust, listening more, talking less, and delivering real change." Starmer's response was notably free of defensiveness. Rather than dismissing the comment, he acknowledged its legitimacy, perhaps recognizing that public figures like Gervais can tap into sentiments that traditional media sometimes overlook. Analysts were quick to point out that Starmer's reaction may have been a strategic one. In an election year, appearing responsive to public sentiment, even when it comes from the comedy world, could give politicians a needed boost in relatability. This interaction between a comedian and a political leader might seem trivial at first glance, but it reflects a larger shift in how political discourse is shaped. Increasingly, it's not just journalists and politicians who guide the conversation, it's public figures from the entertainment world, too. Gervais has long occupied a unique space in British culture. Unlike celebrities who overtly campaign for political parties, he tends to critique the entire system. That neutrality, paired with his ability to articulate public frustrations, gives his commentary a certain credibility among diverse audiences. In today's media ecosystem, these types of cross-sector moments are becoming more influential. When someone like Gervais calls out the artificiality in politics, and a figure like Starmer responds respectfully, it creates a rare space for constructive public dialogue. Public reaction to the exchange was swift but largely thoughtful. On social media platforms like X, formerly Twitter, many users shared clips from the segment, praising both Gervais for saying what many are thinking and Starmer for taking it on the chin. Others noted how unusual and refreshing it is to see a political figure not brush off critique, but instead use it as an opportunity to engage. When Ricky Gervais speaks, it's funny, but it's also often uncomfortably true. Starmer did well not to treat it like an attack, but as a wake-up call. Wish more politicians would take public feedback this well. We might actually move forward then. In a media landscape often saturated with division and sensationalism, this moment stood out for its unexpected sincerity. A comedian raised a valid concern. A politician responded with humility. And the public had a moment of shared reflection, a rare trifecta in today's hyperpolarized environment. As the UK heads toward another crucial election season, such interactions remind us that politics doesn't have to be distant or adversarial. Sometimes, bridging the gap between political leaders and the public starts with a bit of honesty and perhaps even a laugh. Was Gervais right about the state of UK politics? Did Starmer handle the moment well? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next big political moment that everyone's talking about. Stay informed, stay curious, and most importantly, stay part of the conversation.